Hello, welcome to today's episode of Front Forum Focus podcast. Today I'm in Nairobi with Jonatas Kitch. He's Brazilian, but has worked over 18 years in software development with big companies and also with banks. Jonatas, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. And also thanks for inviting me to the Nairobi Tech Talks. It
Yes.
was a nice experience.
So, Brazil is known for football. So, it's also a big thing here in the country. But you have come here for a different reason. So we have not had a lot of experience with financial knowledge about the European market. So maybe you can tell us a bit about your experience and maybe what you're doing with Tiers.
So, first of all, in Brazil, for the large majority of Brazilians, life is tough. Me, for example, I was born in I was born in a low-income family. My mom was a cleaner. My dad was a farm worker. We lived very far from any city center. It was very difficult to get access to a good education. And eventually I got a scholarship. I passed a competitive exam there in the country. And then I was able to study in a university for free. And I got an MBA in project management and made my career, as mentioned, mostly in banks and in customer-centric companies. But for the majority of people, this is unfeasible. You cannot reach that point. All right. And at that moment, Brazil was in a situation that is very similar to how we see Kenya today.
Yes.
Very, very similar. There's a lot of similarities to the Brazil. Now, in terms of financial services, at that time, banks used to charge transfer fees. And they used to charge also another kinds of fees, like if you wanted to know your balance, you would pay to get so they would issue the balance statement. If you wanted, they would charge account maintenance fee, among many other fees. So, and then suddenly appeared Nubank. Nubank now is one of the fastest growing neobanks in the world, has 100 million customers. And Nubank came with a proposal. I'll give you fee-free transfers, give you a wallet. At that moment, only 5% of the population used cards. Any similarity to the Kenyan market today?
Yes.
Many people use cards. The same thing. And they branded the roxinho, they called roxinho, which would be literal translation would be my little purple, which is the card in the bank. Yes. Everybody wanted their roxinho. People would pay zero fee, no annuity, nothing for the card also. And Brazilians love benefits. People love rewards. Yes. So people get access to cashback, loyalty shop, among other products. And people love it. The rest is history. We see what Nubank is today. And I helped build the digital bank of Bradesco, named Next, in response to the advent of Nubank.
Yes.
Compete with Nubank. Bradesco is one of the largest banks in Latin America.
Yes.
And so what we wanted is that Bradesco is very, very traditional.
Yes.
And we didn't want to break their image.
Yeah.
So we actually, because Next would be a cool bank for the next for Gen Z.
Yeah.
And we came with other innovative products. We wouldn't actually, undo all of the image they built over all of those years.
Yes.
So I built Next.me, the website.
Yes.
And then we grew from 0 to 1 million customers in the first year. With good products, but also I learned some products that didn't work. Like, for example, you'd ask for donations, and Brazilian are shy; they wouldn't ask their friends directly to
Yes.
donate something, so they will buy something. So I also learned about the products. When I came to Europe, I got an experience with customer-centric companies like Takeaway, today the second largest food delivery company in the world. And then I became an engineering manager at Getter, also very customer-centric. Um, and so, but I see that in Kenya, there is a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
A lot of opportunities. There are entire economies waiting here to be unlocked.
Yes.
So, for example, the economy of subscriptions is one of them.
Yeah.
And what we can do with virtual cards, what you can do if you get access to promotions in an app.
Yes.
Our proposal is not a financial app only. Actually, our proposal is to help people do more with their money.
Yes.
And we do this by several ways. One of them is enabling people to do fee-free transfers, no fee at all.
Yes.
No matter on any transfer. If you transfer from Tiers account to Tiers account, there's no fee.
Yes.
And we also support transfers, add money from M-Pesa, transfer to M-Pesa, of course, with the charges of M-Pesa. Till number, pay bill, bank account, so support, transferring to. And there are other products like the promotions we'll launch very soon.
Yes.
To enable people to get access to a wide range of promotions. Yes. And get discounts on a lot of merchants here. Yes. We'll also enable people to see their statistics of account, better control their expenses. And if you look at our blog.tiers.app, you'll see there's already a lot of content. We are trying to raise financial literacy. So one of the contents we just posted is, for example, do you know that if you go to the supermarket when you are hungry, you tend to spend more? Yes. Do the test, go hungry there, and person from to the snacks, check if you wouldn't like to pick one. Yes. So we are trying to help people actually make more with their money, and that's the proposal. That's what we're building. Yes. And I'm investing my time into serving the Kenyan people because I believe the country has, again, a lot of potential.
Yes. So for me, the blog that really caught my eye was how to, repay your student loans. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I think is affecting me, and that's something that, and maybe like now basing a question off of that, how did you see the progress of neobanks helping you yourself, coming from a situation where banks usually charge transaction fees, and now this is a problem that you're solving yourself.
In Brazil, there is a regulation around this, by the way.
Yes.
There is a system named PIX, P-I-X, PIX, in Brazil.
Yes.
Just 5 years ago, banks would charge a lot of fees. Yeah, I used to pay 43 reais as my account maintenance. Yes. So with the PIX, what happened is now, currently, in Brazil, if the bank has more than 500,000 customers, they must adhere to the PIX, which means they are not allowed to charge transfer fees. Yes. What we've seen here is, we have the USSD protocol, which incurs a lot of costs. Tiers runs over the HTTPS protocol. Yes. So we can run transactions, we can transfer for us transaction from peer-to-peer. It's just an algorithm just on the system. Yes. So it's a number from one ID to another ID. Yes. Okay. So we don't incur costs on that. We will not charge our customers for any fee on that. But what I've seen is this trend. In Europe is the same. In Europe, we use the IBAN system, IBAN, And you can even transfer from the Netherlands to Germany, from Poland to Germany, and you pay no fee also. And you are doing cross-border payments, actually, without any fee. So I've seen that this is a trend. How companies make money. Surprisingly, banks in Brazil made even more money. People actually are spending more. Brazilians now adopted, they love, as I mentioned, they love benefits, so that they are using a lot of buy now, pay later. Um, and So people spend more, people are spending more. And by spending more, they circulate more the economy, the goods and services, generates the countries producing a bit more to produce, to attend the demand, and you generate, which ended up generating more jobs. And then with more jobs, people have more money in their pocket, and they spend more, and you make this cycle. Yeah. So the downside of the what we see here, what we saw there, which is not a trend here, which is the buy now, pay later. The downside of this is we have a credit bureau in Brazil named Serasa. And if you don't pay, well, you are ranked there you are listed there as a bad payer. Reality is that approximately 70% of the population in Brazil already got their name listed in Serasa as a bad payer. This is a sad reality. But again, the economy in Brazil is not that good. So it's quite similar to Brazil. Same scenario. But I've been seeing the trend, and people will use more virtual cards also to protect them against the scammers. Because here you give your phone number in order to transfer or to receive money. Brazil, no, Brazil, you actually, or in Europe, also in developed markets, you issue a virtual card, and you just do this. Beep, beep. 2 seconds, and you pay. And you didn't give your phone number, you didn't give any detail about you, any data. They don't know your name, they don't know anything about you. You paid with a virtual card. At the moment I paid with a virtual card, I freeze the card or I delete the card because it's temporary, it's virtual. I think this is the trend. Now we'll see. There's Google Pay, and you can actually add money to your wallet, add the virtual card to your wallet and use it with the money there, and it's very, very convenient.
So so let's talk about like the these are very like interesting things to the Kenyan market. I think also like there are various innovations in the financial market that are currently like coming now as pay with small amounts of
Installments.
installments.
Yeah.
So with now Tiers being able to pay directly to merchants, how do you see this disrupting that market?
Paying directly to merchants, I think that the infrastructure here in Kenya is already prepared for that. You see, companies like the equipments of Pesapal, for example, that you see here in this Nairobi here, it's just streets down here. They're accepting already. They are accepting NFC. They are accepting cards already. The infrastructure is prepared, and the merchants are already accepting that. In Nairobi, I activated several merchants here already with a screenshot of our UI UX, how it will become with the promotions. They said, I'll accept Tiers as a payment method. Yes, I'll accept your promotion. I'll add my promotion. In fact, I already have one to add, he said. And they are already accepting cards. So the infrastructure is prepared.
So, so tell us about like the customer behaviors. We are talking about Tiers as bringing convenience to the markets, and also like bringing more safety to the consumers who are using Tiers. So, here the convenience is perceived different. So, kind of try to make the audience understand how this convenience will be working for them as regarding to what they are used to now, which is like M-Pesa, giving out your phone number, stuff.
Yeah. So for example, here you enter. First thing is that the customer enters the amount to pay.
Yes.
If it's not going to be a prompt,
Yes.
the customer enters. You go, for example, you go on a clothing shop. Who is going to enter the amount? You'll enter the amount. You
Yes.
buy a T-shirt, you enter. And then you enter the till number.
Yes.
You enter actually the till number, then the amount. Then you reply with, you actually enter your PIN code. Then you reply with want to confirm.
Yes.
Sorry, but for me, this is not convenient.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
People think, you think there was a transformation.
Yes.
There was a transformation, indeed, because 6 years ago, you couldn't transfer money to remote areas here.
Yes.
There was a huge transformation. Yes. And the system is good. It solves that problem very well. But I think that in Kenya, the transformation in the fintech space is yet about to start.
Yes.
And there are many companies coming. There are
Yes.
many fintechs coming.
Yes.
MasterCard is baking several fintechs, one in South Africa that has potential to expand here.
Yes.
Tiers is coming. You see other companies here
Yes.
starting.
Yes.
So what we are doing at Tiers, first of all, you'll have access soon to a virtual card, and you'll be able to just do beep, beep, beep. So it should take 2 seconds, 3 seconds. What is already working in our MVP? So what you see, it's already available in Google Play and also in the App Store. You can install, you can use it, transfer, free transfers. What we are doing is, first, you don't need a phone number. You can identify a Tiers account by its phone number. To go to transfers, you can enter the phone number there. It grabs the account linked to that phone number and renders for you. But if you want to protect yourself, you don't want to review your phone number, you can enter your Tiers account number. And then you nobody will know your phone number, and still you pay transfer. You got paid. Also, in terms of convenience, we have what we call transfer-free taps. You go to contact. At first, you can import all of your contacts automatically. Yes. Those who already have a Tiers account will be listed on top, and you can transfer to them for free. Yes. And then you tap your contact. You can search, tap the name, or you can just scroll and tap the contact. Once you tap that, you get redirected automatically to the transfer screen with the amount. Just enter the amount you want to transfer, confirm, that's it. So what we see later, we will introduce also the QR code. A merchant will be able to issue, so they will just tap the scan. Yes. And will prompt the QR. So who enters the account? Yes. Who enters the till number? Yes. The merchant. And it's automatic. Yes. The merchant will enter the amount. Actually, they already have the amount. They already know everything is integrated with their system. They'll actually not type it. Yes. They'll not need to confirm anything because they will generate a QR code. Yes. You prompt your camera to the QR code here. Yes. I enter my PIN code and tap confirm because I'll see the amount already, the merchant already. I just have the option to enter my PIN code and confirm. It will say here, green light, paid, and the merchant will automatically see green light on their side. It has been paid. And they'll also support virtual cards. You can add your Google Pay, and it's going to be like if you have the card, the virtual card. Actually, it's also going to be like you did. We face difficulties with the physical card here because of the addresses. Most people couldn't receive their cards actually. So in Brazil, people do use cards. Yeah. One difference also between the Brazilian market and the Kenyan market, which I think Kenyans are more cautious. Yes. They care more about the fees, about the usage of money. Yes. Life is stuff here also. So, but yes. Kenyans, I think Kenyans know more about their financials compared to markets where in Brazil, Brazil is the only market in the world where one would purchase a very luxurious item, like think of an item worth $5,000, and will pay in installments in 12 months. Brazilians do this. Brazilians buy. They buy luxurious things because I want it right now. Like I want it now, or I think I'll feel happy, or I'll feel pleasure purchasing things. And Brazilians are they consume a lot, and they consume to be happy. So I think Kenyans are way more, they care more about their money. You know the value of your money, you know how much it is, what it costs, your workforce, what it is, how hard it is to get money. Brazilians also, they know, but they work hard. They're very hard workers. But then you're presented to a lot of advertisements every day. Purchase this wash machine and replace your TV. Again, we have a lot of potential here, and people work hard. People are very, very smart here. Also, another advantage in the market in Kenya is that Kenyans already speak English. You are already in Brazil, only 1% of the population speak English. You're already in an advantage in this regard. So we could become here very, you may say we could export intellectual property, we could export our tech workforce and bring more money to the country.
So there's something interesting we spoke about in the tech talk. It's about financial freedom. So I think with the, I was doing a research on the financial innovations that are coming up, and most of them, they give maybe access to small loans to people. So they actually cannot, they limit the ability for people to get that financial freedom. And what you're proposing, this solution actually has a market towards the people who are unbanked and underbanked, because the services they will be getting will be better than the ones that are happening in a bank, and the transactions that they would be doing are actually cheaper than from banks. So tell us about maybe like the concept like of saving when you're using Tiers.app, and maybe like for the people who are hardworking but they don't see savings doing actually working for them, their transactions, how Tiers.app is going to revolutionize that.
So first of all, well, among the 50 most ranked, the 50 most used apps in Kenya, 19 are apps of loans. And you'll see interest rates on the average of 0.3% a day. And you have to pay, keep the contract for at least 60 days, meaning you'll pay interest rates for at least 60 days on that rate. This is insane. This is unbelievable. So what I think we should have, what we will introduce is a way to compare the fees, the interest rates across. We are looking for partnerships for that, by the way, and to render the app loans, given your financial situation and your profile, which are the best loans for you, which are, then you'll be able to compare the interest rates across the different types of loans. So that's what we think.
That's a good solution actually. And now let's go to another question. So I think the regulatory space here for fintechs, it's quite a very regulated space, and some of this revolves around customer data. So and now like you're bringing a solution which is actually protecting my data as a consumer.
Yeah.
So, how do you see the regulatory space for fintech startups in Kenya? Maybe you can talk about your your experience with Tiers, and maybe like now, like revolutionizing like now consumer data in terms of bringing that convenience to the customer. You can also expand on that and say how it benefits more customers in the country.
So I think the regulations, you must have regulations. Regulations are good to people, are good to the customers. Imagine there will be no regulations.
Yes.
So one company would get access to, would get all of the, one would be scanning the iris of everybody here in the city center of Nairobi, as we heard.
Yes.
And you could do whatever you want with that, or, you know,
Yes.
so you have country has regulations, and it's right on having be very strict with the
Yes.
regulations.
Yes.
We are compliant. I mean, we are looking. We are using a partner behind the scenes today, I would say.
Yes.
So, and they are compliant,
Yes.
so regulated. We have the partnership, and with this partner, we have a wallet, and they handle the wallet actually
Yes.
during this step.
Yes.
So we are approved by the ODPC
Yes.
as data processor and data control, and we have all of the practices there. It's not only on paper, because they ask many papers with the policies, with everything. We didn't only elaborate it on beautiful documents and submitted to them. No, all of the practices we have, they are indeed in place. So we use all of the techniques to protect the data of our customers, the encryption and everything. It's not only on paper. We are actually doing protecting. Yes. And we don't have partners where we sign that we are gonna share our customer or sell data or no. Yes. The usage of our customer of the data is solely for processing the payment, actually, or the transfer.
So, how does the technological infrastructure in the country actually benefit, or uh, how does it benefit the fintech space?
Well, we already have an infrastructure here. Of course, more and more merchants will adapt to that technology, and I'm talking about the card reader, or I mean the NFC reader. But the country already has an infrastructure. It's just a matter of expanding, onboarding more merchants using that technology.
So, and for daily mama bogs, do they need to implement the tech on their small kibandas for it to work, or it will be just used through the phone where people can pay?
So you'll be able to issue a virtual card, then you can add to your Google Pay, to the wallet, to your Google Pay.
Yes.
And then with that, it's via NFC.
Yes.
Or to a phone number, or to a phone, or in the equipment that the merchant uses.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I said about the infrastructure. Merchants are already using it.
Yes.
Just to expand.
Yes. So, what trends do you see that excite you in today in the Kenyan fintech ecosystem?
The trends here. Well, what we can talk about the trends, and also about the opportunities. So the trends I seen is the trend of moving and using more virtual cards in order to protect against scammers. I bought a SIM card, and I paid a few people, or I transferred or received. And one day later, I started to receive messages in WhatsApp already with hello and hi, or with photos of title deed or things like that. It's scammers, from scammers. I think that the trend here is now people stop getting scammed. You see our posts in the blog,
Yes.
also on Facebook.
Yes.
We are posting a lot of content about how to protect yourself against the scammers, how to identify it is a scam, how to not get scammed. So I think the trend now, I think first Kenyans have to learn to protect themselves even better against the scammers. We are already very much here skeptical. That is good because you have to protect yourself. And I think that by enabling virtual cards, by enabling people to with QR codes, online payments via QR codes, with these technologies, I think will help people better protect themselves by not giving their phone number, not giving their name, their data to possible scammers.
Yes.
Or that their data will be possibly sold by someone who just got access. So, for example, it's quite easy. You take a taxi, boat, and how he's gonna be paid? Phone number, you know his name, you know his phone number. If you talk to him, you know even where he lives, and you can do whatever with the data. You know, if it's a uh, bad intentionally person there, we have to. So I see that the trend now here in Kenya is to first protect people against scammers and give the tools to people. So you'll be able to better to do more with your money. Um, because currently we are in this cycle of taking a loan, and then people take a loan. They think that when they uninstall the app, their loan is gone. No, that is not true. It goes to a credit bureau. You get listed as a bad payer. No, and then you take another loan, and you go in a shopping mall here. You see the announcement. We don't. How is it? We don't verify so much about your credit score. So I think that now the trend here, what we have to cause is for people to um, stop living in this cycle when you are just counting the shillings at the end of the month. You are counting the shillings, and every shilling counts, and you just receive your payment there up to the 5th day of the month, and then on the 10th you have not, your balance is zero. We have to take people out of this situation. I think this is the first thing to be done.
So, as we approach the end of the podcast, what is your future vision for Tiers.app? And this is looking at it from an individual side. I think there's a lot of saving that is happening when I'm using Tiers.app to do my transactions. So, what do you think about like the current state? Because of there is a lot of money being used for these transactions, which means like this infrastructure is a bit bad. So how much does this save for the economy when we fully move to tiers?
It starts by the people. I think it starts by people um, recognizing that you are paying a lot of fees.
Yes.
Recognizing it and um, pushing forward to have a better system. So currently, 51% of the GDP of Kenya circulates via one payment system.
Yes.
I think if we go on a direction um, where there will be no transfer fees, it's the same thing that happened in Brazil. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yes.
I see Kenya as kind of very similar conditions as Brazil was before the transformation. So I'm talking about 10, 12 years ago. Um, I saw this with my, I think the transformation is just starting, and it starts with people. We ran from 0 to 580 followers on Facebook just in 1 week, just with word of mouth.
Yes.
I think the word of mouth plays a huge role here. I think if you recommend, for example, you're using Tiers, you're paying 0 fee, you recommend using Tiers to someone, to your friend, and your friend recommend, and suddenly nobody's paying any fees.
Yes.
The transformation starts from people, actually,
Yes.
from this desire of
Yes.
having, saving money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what's your final words to the audience?
So, I think, we have, Kenyans here have already technology. We have already here. We are Kenyans they are hard workers, smart people. I think we have all of the conditions here to transform the situation, move the country forward. And Kenya is becoming a tech hub.
Yes.
Yeah, Kenya is becoming a reference, and people will start facing a transformation, and it is for better.
Yes.
This is my message, and people are adapting the innovations. This is also important. People are adapting. People know what is good. They value. We value here community. We value the referral, what the experience that has a value.
Yes.
So that's why we are more incentivizing word of mouth.
Yes.
Instead of announcing the product opening with ads. We didn't spend any ads. So far,
Yes.
nothing in ads. We believe that we are investing more into building a good product.
Yeah.
We launched in August, so 1 month ago.
Yeah.
And actually, people ask if we launched. Well, launched is a big word, because I cannot say we launched or we didn't launch, because what we did, we released the MVP in production now, the App Store. Now we are iterating with the first customers, listening to their feedbacks.
Yes.
And improving the product based on their feedback.
Yes.
For example, we just received the feedback from a customer about our address fields. We could improve our address fields because many people don't live in streets where there is a number, so we'll refer to the PO box and the building number name. We improved that. We immediately improved that. People complain that the onboarding process takes too long, but we do need to take a selfie and take a photo of the ID card. So because this is a must, we must do the KYC, our customer process, the verification. What we're gonna do, we're gonna split the onboarding process, so we'll be able to get an account already, or even get access to see promotions. But if you want to transact, then you'll be prompted to a model saying, hey, you have to complete your verification, confirm your identity. So we are doing that. We are iterating and aiming to build the product people will love. So then we will scale this. I think the launch is we'll learn from the customers what customers want. We'll build a product that attends the needs of people, what they really, really need, what they want, and build a good product, the best product people could get. And that is the best launch we should do. Marketing could be the best marketing. Marketing does not fix bad product. The best marketing you can have is the best product, or building the best product.
So you've heard from Jonatas. I have used Tiers.app, so I could vouch for him and say that you should also download the app. It's on App Store. It's available for iOS, and save more with free transactions. So that's it for today's podcast. If you have any questions, you can write on the comments. If you want to reach out to Jonatas, we'll have his information here directly on the description. Thank you for having us today. Download Tiers app and see you till next time.
Thank you.